talked about the Delphi unalivings, but nobody really focuses on how weird the crime scene is and some of the strange things around it. On February 14th, 2017, two teenage girls were found in the woods unalived. 14-year-old Liberty German and 13-year-old Abigail Williams. And the case went unsolved for quite some time, and then they found out that it was a man named Richard Allen. And he was convicted and put away. But during trial, we got some very weird news about how this crime scene was, and a lot of people have ignored it, so let's talk about it. From the beginning, everyone used one word to describe this scene, and it was staged. Indiana State Police, the prosecutors, even Libby's own grandfather said this scene looked staged. And prosecutors even said this as well, that it looked intentionally done, like someone had placed things in a weird manner. And maybe it was to send a message, but what was the message? Because I didn't get it. The next thing that baffled me in the trial was they kept saying this signature, that Richard Allen used a signature. Well, first, it kind of weirds me out because a signature is usually used when someone unalives like multiple people multiple times, and this was just one crime. So do they think that Richard Allen did other crimes this way and used this signature? And the prosecutors didn't say what the signature was. So what was it? They said it was unique, it was purposeful, but they never told us what it was. Next was there was objects at the scene, and they never really say what objects they're talking about. Now, they allude to there being objects that don't belong in the woods next to them. I don't know what that means. They also talk about the use of branches to cover them, to do like weird things, like make X's and things, but they never really talk about that much either. Along with their stuff being at the scene, there was also stuff taken from the scene. And they don't really talk about whether that was in Richard Allen's possession or they were tossed, but they do talk about how there are things missing from this. And here's one that completely baffled me, was there was a doll at the crime scene. Now, I don't know how this got brushed over in the trial, because that is weird, but I guess there was like a homemade doll by the girls, and then it's just not talked about ever again. Like, I want to know what happened. Another thing they said was this scene looked deliberate, like someone had cleared brush or cleared the scene to place them there, which that freaks me out, because that means that this was planned and this happened like before the girls were even there. But like, how did he know? The position of the girls were strange, and I can't imagine having to know those details, but I think it does paint a picture for what happened here, and they were positioned very oddly, and I just don't understand it. And with all of these things, people say, oh, well, that's because he did that. Like, it's very him to do that. It's his signature. The missing items, the doll, all of that just speaks that it was Richard Allen. But I want to know how they got there. Like, I do believe it was Richard Allen, but I want to know, like, why did you think it was with this list of things? It's so strange. And maybe I will never understand crazy. I'm trying, and it's making me crazy.